Hey guys, welcome back to Bali Life Unfiltered. Today's episode is a really exciting one. It has been 1 year since we started the podcast.
Yeah.
We're so excited. It's been such a great year, and we really thank all of our listeners for tuning in, sending us comments and feedback, and yeah, it's been amazing. Hey.
Yeah, it's been super good. Like, I honestly can't believe it's been a year. We've done some great episodes, had loads of guests on, and it's just been really fun recording together.
Yeah, and because of our 1 year, we have a very exciting announcement.
Yay. We are doing our 1 year giveaway. We've partnered up with some great brands, some of our favourites here in Bali. So we just tell you what you can win. The competition is going to run on Instagram. So the prizes are a 3 million voucher to spend at Lokoa, the label. Actually, we're not wearing Lokoa today. Normally we are. The one day we're not. But we wear their clothes all the time. I'm sure you've seen. So that is a great one. That's to spend in any of their stores or online. We also have Skin Studio, which is our local facial clinic here in Umala. So that's a voucher for their Fire and Ice Glow facial. It's their most popular facial, known as the red carpet facial, worth 900k. We also have Beam and Bear for laser hair removal services. You can win a 1 million voucher to spend on any of their laser hair removal services. And then also Clubhouse Pererenan have also given us a 1 million voucher to give away to spend on their food and drink.
Yeah, it's a great restaurant, in Pererenan. So.
Yeah, and we're also going to give you a copy of our travel and moving guides.
Yeah, perfect. So to enter the competition, you have to follow us on Instagram. So jump across. The links are all in our podcast notes. Also jump onto their Instagram and you need to be following them. You need to like the post. You need to tag a friend in the comments. So the more tags, the more entry options. And if you share the giveaway to your stories on Instagram, that gives you another bonus entry. Yep. So the competition opens now. So as you're listening to this, and it ends at midnight on April 22nd, Bali time.
Yep.
So the winner will then be announced via our stories the next day on the Thursday, and we'll contact you via DM.
Yep, we're super excited. Can't wait to give it away.
It's so nice and so excited for all of those companies to help us out, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. So big thanks to them. So yeah, head on over to our Instagram. The post will be pinned to the top so you won't miss it, and get entering.
Yeah, cool. So you will need to be traveling or living in Bali to utilize those, obviously. So, yeah, if you're coming for a holiday, these will be great options.
Yeah. Good luck. Okay, so jumping into today's episode, we're going to be talking a little bit about the islands around Bali, so other places that you can travel if you're coming over here. So what's worth it, what's overhyped, and just a few things you might want to know about them to make the decision.
There's so many islands.
There's so many. I didn't realize how many there were.
Yeah. 17,000 islands in Indonesia.
Yeah. That is a lot.
So many to visit, but we're going to go through the most popular ones and the ones that aren't too far from Bali, so you can, tag it onto a trip.
Yeah, because the most people that come here would not leave Bali. It's like people just get stuck here and don't realise how much you can travel and how it's quite easy to get to.
Yeah, exactly. And the closest one is Lombok.
Yeah. Cool. So there's the 3 Nusa Islands that are close together. So we have Nusa Lembongan, Nusa Penida, Nusa Cenegin. Nusa Cenegin and Lembongan are attached, right, by the yellow bridge.
Yeah.
Have you been on it? I've actually not.
Yeah. So last time we went earlier this year, I think it was. Yeah, we went across the bridge on a scooter. I think you can really only get across on a scooter or a really small, like a tuk-tuk. Yeah. And we went over and explored. We went to a restaurant and just went up to like a lookout. It is very small. It is growing, Cenegin, with some Airbnbs and like little guest houses, but it is still, Lembongan is the main place. I think people stay and they just go across to visit.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So Lembongan is like a half an hour boat ride from Sanur if you want to get there from Bali. So really easy. There are some great companies. I think we've actually mentioned before, there's Setia Fast Ferry and Rocky Fast Boats. Yeah. Both great companies to check out. What are the types of things people are doing on Lembongan?
It is, the water over there is beautiful. The beaches are fantastic. There's heaps of cafes, restaurants, warungs obviously. But the snorkeling is great. So if you're over there, most of the time you're going to go snorkeling, you're going to go for a boat ride, you can do fishing. The island itself, you can drive around pretty quickly, I'm going to say, in a couple of hours, like 2 hours maybe.
It's not big.
it's mostly motorbikes or scooters, motorbikes, and these tuk-tuks, like little trucks that you sit in the back of. Yeah. Not too many cars getting around.
Yeah. It's just a super chill island to like go for a weekend, I would say, isn't it? Yeah. There's not loads and loads to do, but it's there for just chilling out, and it's really pretty, and it's developing a lot. Yeah. So
you can even just do a day trip as well. It's just it's so relaxing. Like I feel like when I go there, it's like a island holiday.
Yeah, totally. It really does feel like a vacation away from Bali, which can feel a little bit hectic at times.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything actually on Shenigan to go and see?
There is mostly just cafes. Yeah. And lookouts. Yeah.
And there's more villas popping up here and there, isn't there? I noticed there are some quite luxury villas that you can stay. When I've looked on Airbnb before, that are on Shenigan, so I think it's more for a chill, and you can hop over to Lembongan on the scooter. Okay, cool. And then Penida, which is a little bit different. The vibe is a bit more chaotic, not as polished as Lembongan. I went to Penida for a weekend for my birthday.
Did you stay there?
Yeah, we stayed on Penida in an Airbnb, which was lovely. Just the roads are like potholes, wild, like it feels like you're like off-roading most of the time, and it's like feels a bit sick. We were going to hire scooters, but because our villa was on such an incline, like to get up there and around, I was like, no, not with the kids. It felt a bit scary. We did enjoy it. Would I go back to Penida? Probably not. I think one time was fine. When we went, there was a lot of rubbish and plastic around. I don't know if that's still the case. It was just what happened at the time, but it is super pretty. There's Kling Kling, the viewpoint, which they started building the elevator structure, but now it's being demolished. I don't know if it's actually demolished yet. Which is good. Great for there. Which is an insane viewpoint. It's really pretty, so I definitely recommend going there. But it's probably something you could do in a day trip, like hopping over from
We were doing a trip around the islands just for the day, and I think we got off there because we'd never been. And I think we were there for an hour because we're like, let's just go back to Lombok because there was nothing. And like you said, there was rubbish everywhere. It was really hot that day, and there was no coverage. And it's a bit more. It's different, and there is kind of a main road, I guess, where you'd find a few places, but very quiet and just very chill. I mean, it's worth checking out. But also a good thing to note is if you are going there, as soon as you get off your boat, you have to pay a fee in cash to enter, and we had no cash on us. Oh, really?
So you have to pay, I think it's like 20k or something per person. We had no money, so that was a bit of a drama. So if you're ever doing that, make sure you've got some cash.
But there are a few like swimming and snorkeling spots. Like what is it, Manta Bay, right? Manta Bay. Okay, and there's manta rays everywhere, right? So if you do even just a day trip around those islands, which you can do in a day, you can go snorkeling in those areas, which is really nice. There's the Blue Lagoon, around Nusa Penida.
We did. A boat trip and lots of snorkeling, but the sea was too rough to do Manta Bay. Yes,
so it normally is. I think most times, every time I've been, it's been really rough. So
they took us, and it was so choppy, and I was like, I think we need to go back. A bit scary. But worth checking out. But Nusa Lembongan is the one, really,
a good
isn't
spot.
it?
2 to 3 nights, I think, is enough if you're going to stay there.
Yeah, totally. All right, so then we have the Gili Islands, which I looked up earlier, and Gili just means small island. If you didn't know. So we have the 3 Gili Islands. You have Gili Trawangan, or known as Gili T, Gili Meno, and Gili Air. I would assume it's actually Gili Air because it means water, which is Air is water in Indonesian, and Meno means middle, so they've just named them.
Where they're located.
The Gili Islands, there's no cars, so it's less chaotic, quite peaceful.
Just scooters, bikes, horse and cart on Gili Air, which is cool. I've been to Gili Air, love it. Like, it's so cool. It's so small, you can walk around it within the day, a couple of hours, or you ride your bike. So we hired bikes with the kids, like kid seats at the back, and you just ride around. Super chill, relaxing, great snorkeling, so you can just walk off the beach and you can snorkel for turtles. Oh, I love it. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, and you have the horse and carts, which is, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there accommodation options on each of them? There are, right?
Yeah. So Gili Air there's lots of, so I find it with all the islands, there's lots of guest houses that you don't really find till you even get there. So a lot of the time you can just turn up and you'll find a guest house accommodation.
Yep.
There are Airbnbs and there's lots of like small boutique resorts that are coming up, especially on Gili T.
Yeah,
so they're a little bit more luxe, but they're also small, which is nice.
Yeah, they would have to be given the size of the islands.
Yeah. But I know Gili T has always been known as a bit of a backpacker party island, right?
Yeah.
Have you been to Gili T?
No, I've never been.
I think I'm going to go there next. But I've heard that the backpacker vibe is kind of dying off a little bit. Yeah, because of the boutique hotels popping up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, awesome. And it's pretty easy to get to the Gili Islands also. We went to Lombok and then did a boat trip and went around the Gilis, snorkeling and stuff. So that was super easy to get to. How about from Bali? Can you get direct to the Gili Islands?
So you go to Padang Bay, which is, I'm going to say, about an hour from Canggu, across a bit higher than Sanua. So you go from there, and I think, I'm trying to remember how long ours was. I think it depends on the boat that you get, but it's anywhere from 1.5 to 4 hours.
Okay.
Depends on the price.
Yeah.
A lot of people were telling us beforehand that it can be really rough. Yeah. I know someone that has flown to Lombok and then got, I think it's a 10-15 minute boat from Lombok because they were worried about the ocean, but it was fine. We had no issues.
Yeah, you do hear lots of these boat horror stories, but the experience is great.
Yeah, super easy. There within maybe 6 hours less from home to your door.
Yeah, that's great. But if you don't want to take the longer boat ride from Bali, you can fly to Lombok. I think the flight from Bali to Lombok is like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you get a boat from there. So another option.
And a lot of people go to the Gilis for scuba diving and snorkeling. They've got lots of really good dive sites, lots of scuba schools as well to learn to scuba dive. I think a lot of people go there for that. You might have seen on Instagram the Nest underwater statue, which is located just off Gili Mino. So it's made up of 48 human figures under the water, and you can snorkel around them, and really cool for photos.
Yeah.
So, did you do that?
Yeah, but I didn't realise there were 48.
Yeah.
I thought there was like way less than that, but maybe is there more than one section?
Yeah, there's more than one section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense.
And I think a lot of it is breaking down.
Yeah,
and that sort of thing.
So when we went, it was quite busy in that snorkel area, so it was quite hard to get some shots underwater with this. So I see some people say they managed to do it. It looks great.
When we went, it was busy, but they were all people that couldn't really swim, so they all had life vests.
Oh,
so
great,
they were on top, looking down until we were able to swim under. And I mean, we'd get photos, but we just looked.
Totally. Yeah, that's super cool. Which Gili is your favourite if you had to pick one?
I love Gili Air. I just love that you can ride a bike around the island. Having said that, at one section it's all sand.
Yeah, I remember your bike
I did
story.
have to get off and have to push it because I didn't realise that it would be sand. So yes, I nearly had an accident with the bike and my daughter in the back coming off. So she didn't want to go on the bike for a while, but it's cool. And they do have little cafes, right? And restaurants. It's some nice places.
Very local feel. Yeah, so to give you, like to put it into context, Gili T is the largest of the islands and it's 3 kilometres by 2 kilometres.
Oh yeah.
So still super small. And then Gili Air and Meno are around 2 kilometres squared. So again,
Gili Meno is quite, I think, more quiet, right? It's the quietest and romantic. And if you want to go and just disconnect, it's probably where you go. Yeah, not as much to do.
Yeah, you wouldn't stay there longer than probably 2 or 3 nights.
Yeah.
Unless you really enjoy peace and quiet.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think we spent 3 nights at Gili Air.
Perfect.
I think that's enough,
to
be honest. Yeah.
Right, so moving from the Gilis over to Lombok, short boat ride. Lombok being much bigger. And there's certain areas. Kuta Lombok is the more developed area, like the main hub of Lombok.
Yeah.
Lots of cute cafes. When we went, we found loads of great places around there. And so it's popular for surfing. And they do the Formula. Is it the Formula One they do there? There's like a track.
Really?
Yeah, they've done that. I don't know. I'm not really a racing person, but I'm pretty sure that's.
Was it a go-kart track?
No, they did the Formula One there.
Oh, interesting.
Oh God, don't quote me.
Yeah, maybe something.
But they did, because
Yeah.
you can see the lines, and you can see, and we were talking to our driver about it.
Yeah.
So they have big roads. There's actually lots of big roads there that
Yeah.
you can drive on that they made, I think, purposefully for the F1.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, other than that, it's pretty cool. There's lots of hills you can drive around, like
Yeah.
hire a scooter. There are cars.
Is it as, I guess, with Lombongan, it has a lot of nice restaurants. Is Lombok similar, or is it not?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty similar. There are places to go for dinner, nice cafes. It feels, I know people would probably say it's like old Bali
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's really starting to develop a lot. There's loads of Airbnbs, boutiques, guest houses.
But you still get that traditional feel.
Yeah,
of being
easy to get
in
around.
Indonesia,
Yeah, and
sort
there's not loads and loads of expats. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel so built up, and there's more space. Lots of waterfalls and things.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we really enjoyed Lombok. Would happily go back there all the
Yeah.
time if time allowed. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's a good option for
Nice.
people, especially with families. Yeah, that needs to be next on your list.
Yeah, maybe I'll do Gilis and Lombok.
Yeah, you do them together. It
Do them
makes
at the
sense.
same time. Yeah.
And then there's also not just Kuta Lombok, but we went up to an area called Sengigi,
Yeah.
and it's more like resorts
Yeah.
on the beach, which was super chill if you just want to relax and stay in the resort, not really go anywhere.
Yeah,
That's a really good option
cool.
also.
Okay.
But a different vibe of Lombok,
Yeah.
which we really enjoyed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And over the last few weeks, it has been a break here in Bali with school, and
Yes.
you went to an island.
I did. We went to Labuan Bajo for 4 nights, which is in Flores. We went with my mum and stepdad, who came over to visit. It was amazing. We loved it. So we took a plane. The flight's an hour.
Yeah.
Really easy to get to from Bali. And then from the airport to your accommodation is like I think it was 5 minutes to the
Oh,
hotel.
nice.
Like lots of the hotels are super close.
Yeah.
We stayed at the Catamaran Hotel, which is very modern. I think it opened in 2025, and it felt like it was luxury, I guess, luxury resort. Had kids club, had lots of pools. It was
cool.
right on the water. It was a big jetty. If you want to get one of the water villas, you can. I think more like honeymooners stay in all the ones on the water. Felt a bit like the Maldives vibes, you know.
Yeah.
But they have all different types of rooms. We were just in the main building,
Yeah.
and they had kayaking and paddleboarding and snorkeling you could do off the jetty, which was great. And then they do the boat trips. Obviously, we had a boat trip for the day. So we went to the Komodo Island, obviously to see the Komodo dragons, which I know you've done all these things before.
Yeah.
And then they had. Did you do the hike up the Padar Island?
So no, because we had to do it really early in the morning,
Yeah.
and I just didn't want to get up.
What time were you supposed to go?
I think they had to leave at 3 a.m.
What?
Yeah, because it was for the sunrise. Yeah,
okay.
so I've been to the Komodo Island and Flores as well, but I did a boat stay. So we did 3 nights on a boat. 3 nights, I think it was. And yeah, one of the trips, I think we had to get up at 3, leave at 4 a.m. to get to the island
Right.
for sunrise.
Yeah.
And yeah, look, it just didn't interest me, so I
Yeah.
didn't. But it was cool.
It
Yeah.
was great. We didn't go for sunrise. We we left our hotel at 7. By the time we actually got there, it was probably 8. And it was hot.
Yeah.
Really hot already. And all of the boat trips do the same order, basically.
Yeah.
So we're all at this island. There were a lot of people. Thought it would be quieter, being the holidays, but no, it was super busy. And I was sweating. Like, you've never sweated before. I mean, I sweat all the time. Anyway, but like, this was insane. But so we were, as a group of 6, my mum and stepdad and the 2 kids, and there's different points where you can, like, you know, like point 1, 2, 3, as the high you get, so you kind of know where you are. And the higher you get, the kind of smaller the walkway, the steps, and it's all stony and a bit scary. I think we got to 2 or 3 with my parents, and they were like, nah, Bella didn't want to go any further either. She was hot. She gets hot easily as well. But me, Patrick and Bailey carried on and went up to 4. Anyway, it was just so busy. And then my fear of heights kicked in, and I was like, I didn't realize how high it was, and like to get down, like you had to wait for these people to come up to get down, and I was like, there's nothing to hold on to, and then, you know, like it's a bit of gravelly. Bailey slipped at one point.
Oh god.
It was amazing, like the photos.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the photos.
The views are beautiful.
Yeah, I will also share them on Instagram.
Yeah.
Beautiful photo from up there, but a bit chaotic.
Yeah.
With the people, they maybe should have not be so many people at once. But great.
Yeah.
And then there's also Pink Beach, which was beautiful.
Was there anyone on Pink Beach when you went?
No, not really.
Right, yeah.
I was like, why is that?
There was no one else as well. Like, I
Yeah.
thought maybe we got a good time or something, but
Yeah, I wonder what that was. I feel like we were moving through things quickly. I think the boat guy, I don't know what you call the boat guy, the guide, was like, are you sure you don't want to stay here longer on each bit? And I was like, no, we're fine, we're good. Like, that's all.
Yeah.
What else was there? Pink Beach,
Komodo Island. How did you find that? How did you find
so they give you a choice of
dragons?
walk, right? Like, did you give either you do the
Walk
short
through
walk,
it?
the medium walk, or the long walk trail? There's
No
3
idea.
length of trails, but because everyone was so traumatized from the hike up, they're like, we'll do the short one.
Yeah.
I would recommend to keep your trainers on, your sneakers, whatever you call them, when you go there, because I put my flip flops on and I bash my toe. Cut my toe, so wear shoes. Thought it was, I didn't know what I was expecting. I actually thought the Komodo dragons would be bigger than they were.
Really? Did you see any big ones or not really?
I mean, not massive. How big are they supposed to be? I feel like everyone's photos they take their photos tactically to make the Komodo dragon look huge.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I want to look at yours.
At the hotel, there was a statue of a Komodo dragon. I was like, it's going to be this size. It was massive, you know, like a dinosaur. So maybe that wasn't real. But maybe we just didn't see any big ones.
Yeah, we saw 2 massive ones.
I mean, how big is massive? I mean,
way bigger than that.
Oh, we didn't.
Yeah, like twice that size.
I feel like we did the short walk and we didn't see as many as we were
the one we
supposed
saw
to.
was right at the start,
Oh, yeah,
and the guide is like, oh, you might not see any.
Yeah.
But then someone else was saying, and it might not be right, but like the big ones, like they do maybe drug them to make sure they don't attack tourists. Because they're massive, like they were huge.
Oh, although I didn't see anyone's big enough to be scared of, I don't think.
I'll put a photo up as well of
I wanna see a
mine, and you can
photo.
see the, really big. But then you got the little ones which are actually kind of walking around. So we saw quite a few.
I feel like we saw like 4, but they were all quite small.
Yeah.
Well, just not as big as we were expecting. Yeah, they were big, but like...
Not a dragon.
No, not a dragon.
But
Yeah, okay. It was still great though. We had the guide was amazing that we had.
Yeah.
So it was a good experience.
Yeah.
But
And then the other option, which is what I did, is the boat stay. So you can do there's, what are they called? Like quite luxury boats that you can stay on. There's also, I'm guessing, like more budget friendly. We did probably splurge on this trip. It was not cheap, but we had 3 families, and we stayed on for 3 nights. And it was probably one of the best trips we've ever had with our family. Just, you know, you're on the water, and it was calm the whole time.
Yeah,
there was
lucky.
no waves. Did you not?
well, no, it was fine when we were on a day trip. I would expect like it could be quite rocky at points.
No.
Were you moving around a lot, or did you the boat just stay still?
No, there's times throughout the day that we would be sailing. But it was flat the whole time, which was crazy. But it's just so beautiful. You're going through Flores, and there's these little islands everywhere, and the scenery is stunning. There was dolphins at one stage that just randomly came up beside the boat. We went to this place called Bat Cave, where there's all the boats kind of wait for sunset, and all these bats come out of a cave. I don't even know, like thousands and thousands of bats in the sky. It was beautiful. We went to this beach where you could swim with little hammerhead sharks, which was really cool. I highly recommend it.
Would you say that the boat stay is worth the money?
Yeah.
The boat
definitely.
you stayed on was good quality?
Yeah. We had a guide with us the whole time. He did like drone photo shoot of everywhere we went.
Yeah, awesome.
Which was really cool, which we got. All meals included. The meals were the one thing I was a bit worried about. I thought it wouldn't be great, but it was great. The food was great. They accommodated us for our dietary requirements. There was heaps of space. They had a karaoke machine on there.
Of course they did.
Never did that, but the kids loved it because I was a bit worried. I think Sophia, she had only just turned 4, and I was a bit worried about her. And there was another, like, even younger child. I was a bit worried, but
Yeah.
there's so many staff helping as well,
Yeah,
like
cool.
looking after them. So yeah,
Yeah.
and you
cool.
can just stop, like if you want to, like they would be looking all the time for turtles or manta rays. We saw massive manta rays.
Amazing.
They'd be like, oh, here, let's stop and
Yeah.
go out, and you can snorkel.
Yeah,
So
cool.
yeah,
Sounds
definitely recommend.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah, we just opted not for a boat. We just thought it would be too much. And actually, we weren't
Yeah.
a big group. So
Yeah,
there was just a smaller.
you'd have to share it with the price.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we went with a really good one just because we had young kids.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be safe
Yeah,
and
of course,
good. But yes, so we did 3 nights there, and then we stayed 2 nights at a hotel beforehand. So I think that
Yes.
overall was about five
Yeah.
nights
Yeah.
from memory.
And this one is definitely a more of an expensive trip.
Yeah.
It would be a special thing to do. It's not like just popping to Nusa Islands or the Gilis. It's,
Yeah.
and it needs planning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, so just some other islands that are close by, which are really popular. And well, I say really popular, probably not lots of people go, but they're well known to be pretty and lovely.
I don't know if a lot of tourists from like would go to Bali and then go to these islands.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like our friends and expats go there
Yes.
on weekends.
Yeah, I
Some
think
even
you
have
live
like
here.
villas there themselves and
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
I think that's when you discover all of these other things as being from living here. I probably don't hear about them as much, do you, in other places of the world? So we have Sumba, which we have touched upon in previous episodes. There's not much there. It's raw nature, and it's very remote. There's not lots to do there. You go there, honeymoon, to relax, chill. 1 hour flight from Bali. I know I've mentioned before the Nihi in Sumba, ultra luxury resort.
Yeah.
Not cheap whatsoever, but if you're looking to splurge and be super bougie and spend time with your partner or your family,
All
then
inclusive.
it's one to check out.
Lots of activities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most of the places would need to be all inclusive, right? In Sumba,
Yeah,
because
I think so.
there's not much around.
They have lots of like camping situations and huts and just kind of off the grid.
It is off the grid. That is the word. If you're looking for that, perfect.
Yeah. Campfires and just being by the beach and kind of doing nothing.
Yeah. It's on the list for sure. And we recommend probably at least 3 nights there to just turn off and
by
chill.
the time you get there and all
Yeah.
that.
And not to be mistaken with Sumba, we have Sumbawa.
Yes, which I do get.
Yeah. 2 different places. There's surf there, right?
Yeah, so it's a surfing place. People go there
Yeah.
basically to surf. So if you're not surfing, there's not a lot else to do. It's 1 hour
I
from
think so,
Bali, but then the surf spots are quite a bit of a drive. So a couple of hours drive to get to the different surf spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good for the surfers. And then also Raja Ampat, which again I think we mentioned in a previous episode, but it's like the ultimate scuba diving, snorkeling spot, place to go. It looks amazing. It is on my list. I next want to go there. But it is difficult to get to from Bali.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a trek, and I think that's why not as many tourists go there. So, what is it? It's from Bali, I think it is up to 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours flight because there are stopovers.
Yeah.
And then you have to get a boat from Sarong.
Yeah.
So I think it's a 2-hour boat ride.
Yeah, don't you, from here, I think you had to fly to Jakarta first.
Yes.
Or there's another option.
There's another option,
And then fly again to, okay,
so it's a day.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to spend a few nights because it does take a day to get there, a day to get back.
Yeah, totally. You'd want
from
to spend
Bali.
quite a few nights there.
But it is like, I haven't been, but just the photos and it just looks stunning.
Yeah.
The water, there's places that you can stay like on stilts. So a lot of the houses are wooden structures on stilts that you stay in. Some are like right on the beach. So like with the waves coming up. Yeah.
Looks incredible.
Yeah.
So there's the Mysore resort there, which again we mentioned on the last episode, which again you get picked up by boat. It's a private island where the resort is.
Yeah.
And it looks fantastic, everything they offer. But it's definitely you want to be scuba diving or snorkeling to really make the most of it. If you don't like that sort of thing, maybe not right for you. But on the list, on the bucket list.
Yeah. So what is one of the favourite islands that you've been to?
I would say Lombok.
Yeah.
I really liked Lombok. It has a similar vibe to here, but just not so chaotic, not busy, chill people. Yeah, Lombok I would go back there in a heartbeat. If they had schools there, I'd probably even consider just moving there and having a quiet life.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe in the future.
That's good.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Which is your favourite?
I love Gili Air. I don't know, maybe we just had a really great time, but it was just so relaxed, and I love being able to swim in clean water and just walk out on the beach.
Yeah.
Not too many waves, which we have so many waves in Canggu, so it's very hard to just go for a swim. It was just so relaxed, and the beach bars, the music, like there was music most nights wherever you can just walk. Yeah, it was very chill. And I obviously loved the boat stay, but that was definitely a once in a lifetime. We won't be doing that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit exy.
Yeah, totally. It's once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
What about your least favourite? Just to be controversial.
Least favourite? I can't. Look, Nusa Penida, we didn't really give it a chance, but no.
You walked straight off.
Yeah, we walked to the main road. We obviously walked the wrong way because the way we walked for at least 20 minutes with the kids.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that far.
So hot.
Yeah.
And there was nothing.
Yeah.
It was like, let's go.
Yeah, wrong time.
Yeah.
But I would say also for me, Nusa Penida was my least favourite so far, and that there has to be one has to be at the bottom.
Yeah,
they're
that's
all quite
right.
good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Nusa Penida again is known for scuba schools, so people go there just to do the scuba certifications.
Yeah,
so,
totally.
yeah.
What about if you just if you're staying in Bali, you're on holiday for a couple of weeks, and you just have a couple of days spare, which is the best island for people to go to easily and quickly?
Got to go to Lombok.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, super close, 30 minutes on the boat, you're there. Yeah, that's definitely. And even if you wanted to go over to Chennigan, you can also spend time there. Yeah, cool. And then ultimate luxury.
The boat for Komodo or through Flores, I think, is amazing. And probably Nihi in Sumba, right?
Yeah, always the luxury one. Yeah.
Is that on your list?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we can afford it, but it's on the list.
Just start saving now.
If anyone wants to treat
or
me
win
to
the
a
competitions.
stay there.
They have competitions quite a lot.
Yeah, they do. I did enter, didn't win.
Yeah, same.
Never mind. Cool. All right, that kind of sums up our island episode. Anything else?
Yeah, no. I think if anyone has any other islands that they want to know about, let us know. We've got friends here that obviously travel to different islands all the time, but they're the main ones. Any questions, send us some DMs. We love them.
Just thank you for all your support so far. It's been 1 year, which is wild. And we just love you reaching out to us in the DMs or commenting on the podcast itself on Spotify and YouTube. We always get back to you.
Yeah, exactly. And don't forget, we have our travel guide and our moving guide. So again, the links are in our notes, and they're such great guides to help you move here if you're thinking about it. And also the travel guide, which has all links to restaurants and cafes and accommodation. So you're not just Googling all these random places. We have the links there for you from places that we know. So
made it super easy for you.
Yeah, really good.
And I think that makes such a difference. I don't know, it's very time consuming searching and clicking on everything.
Yeah.
So everything in one place.
Exactly.
And we update it.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. And then also, obviously, don't forget about our 1 year giveaway. Head on over to our Instagram where you will find the giveaway post where you can enter. Just like all the brands, make sure you're following us. Like the post and tag as many friends as you like. The more tags, the more entries you get.
Yeah, so you got till the 22nd of April, so jump on, get on there, share it.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. We can't wait to see who wins.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks a lot,
Thanks, guys.